This is fake.
A man in Utah claims to have a rather unusual piece of history in his possession.
Oh, I already know this dude. This dude has like the 30-year-old hamburger that he just keeps in like a little tin on his counter.
Get this, a McDonald's hamburger that is 20 years old.
Don't ask me how I knew that. I just knew. I think we actually seen this video.
Why is there no mold on that?
Because it's preservatives.
Is that right?
I have my own proof of this. Oh my goodness. Quarter pounder update. Since we're watching a how McDonald's burgers are made in a factory video, I'm gonna give y'all some lore right here. I have had a quarter pounder sandwich sitting in a bag on the counter of this room for 5 months now, maybe more. It's just been sitting unrefrigerated, nothing. It's just been sitting here for about 5 to 6 months, maybe more. So let's see what it looks like. This is a 5 to 7 month old quarter pounder. And Lord have mercy, it looks just like the day I bought it. You could look at this and somewhat believe that this is a quarter pounder that you bought today. So yeah, this is a over half a year old quarter pounder right here. You know, it's like a brick now. Listen. It's just solid. So yeah, we're about 5 to 7 months in. You know what I mean? We'll see what it looks like, you know. You gonna keep it? I mean, look, we've had it for what, 5 to 7 months now? We might as well keep it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, and that's as solid as a rock, right?
Little brick. Don't know if you can hear that.
Could it
Yeah,
really
that's what mine does.
be true that McDonald's hamburgers are so packed with preservatives that they never actually decompose, even
I mean, buddy, we got the proof right there.
years later? This rumor has been swirling for ages, leaving many people skeptical and somewhat less than loving it. Today on Made Vision, we're taking you inside one of McDonald's factories to conduct a full investigation.
I'm sure that Mickey D's let you in a factory, bro.
We'll unveil the secret ingredients that go into making these so-called indestructible burgers so addicting. Make sure to watch until the end. You'll be surprised by what we uncover. It all begins with the sesame seed bun. In this large industrial mixer, simple ingredients like flour, water, liquid yeast, and salt are mixed to create a sponge-like dough
And
that
Red
forms the
40.
foundation.
Cap, fake bun. You ain't making the bun right here. Fake bun.
But it's not just any dough. The mix is enhanced with Proteus, an enzyme that breaks down proteins to give the buns that perfect, soft texture.
Proteus.
Once the dough is mixed, it's time for kneading. In the high-capacity kneader, the dough is transformed into a smooth, elastic consistency, preparing it for the crucial fermentation process.
Cap.
Now, the dough heads to the fermentation room, where it rests for 4 hours. During this time, the yeast ferments the
No.
sugars, enhancing the dough's flavor and texture.
This is too wholesome so far. This can't be real.
This isn't just resting, though. It's a critical step that gives the buns their structure.
Y'all hiding
After
something.
fermentation, it's back to the mixers. This time, more ingredients are added like sugar, salt,
Red 40.
additional yeast, vitamin C to help strengthen the dough, and sodium diacetate, which is the same product used in wines and fruit preservation.
Hey, you mean to tell me that's all you're putting in these buns, bruh?
The top-in-band mixer ensures that everything blends perfectly, setting the stage for the next transformation. Oh, and by the way,
McDonald's buns have less than 5% sugar.
in case you were wondering, with the dough now fully enriched, it's time for more kneading. The large bowl kneader steps in again to ensure that all those additional ingredients are evenly distributed. Next, the dough is
These videos are fake. It's confirmed. Confirmed by who?
transferred to the dough rounder machine
I mean, I knew it was, but you know.
via conveyor belts. Here, it's shaped into individual portions, ready to be turned into those familiar round buns.
I'm sorry.
As the dough travels through the high-speed dough rounder, it's cut and rounded into perfect balls. These dough balls are then dusted lightly with flour to prevent
Oh, look
sticking.
how cute they
It's a
are.
simple yet crucial step that ensures consistency throughout the baking
Look at them.
process.
They're getting dusted. Look at them.
But before the buns can bake, they need to be proofed. The dough balls enter the intermediate proofer for a quick 3-minute rest. This
Oh,
allows
they're
the
taking a nap.
dough to relax and settle, ensuring that each bun will rise evenly during baking. Now, the dough balls are placed into baking pans. The pan loader handles this with precision,
That's cute.
making sure every dough ball is perfectly positioned.
Cap.
The pans then move to the pan shaker, which gently shakes them to make sure each dough ball settles correctly into its pocket. This little shake might seem minor, but it plays a big role in making sure every bun comes out just right,
Cap.
with a consistent size and shape.
No.
With everything in place, the dough balls go through final proofing in the final proofer. For 55 minutes, they rise in a controlled environment, reaching their full potential before heading into the oven.
Dude, that one was way ahead of the pack. That would be me. Chad, if we was all buns in a bun factory, look.
They rise in a controlled environment.
If we was all buns in a bun factory, this would be me right here. Always ahead of the game. You see that? Look at
Reaching
that.
their full potential.
That one is way ahead of the pack. Imagine we was all buns being turned into buns. That's me right there. Just ahead of everybody else. You know what I mean?
Before heading into the oven.
That's crazy though. How you do that?
But before they bake, there's a final touch. The buns are glazed with a pea protein solution.
They're peeing on them.
This glaze, sprayed on by the glazing machine, gives the buns that shiny golden
they
finish.
just glazing.
It's a simple touch, but it makes the buns visually appealing and even more delicious. Then comes the sesame seeds. A seeding machine evenly sprinkles the seeds onto each bun, adding that signature look and a bit of crunch. The sesame seeds aren't just for decoration though, they also add a subtle flavor to the buns.
That is true. I do agree with that. If you actually focus when you're eating a sesame seed bun like a burger, you can actually get a little hit of the flavor from the sesame seeds, bro. You got to have a sophisticated palate though. Look, Wasters, by the way. What happens to all these little seeds that don't make it onto the buns? You just throw them to the side and throw them away like they don't matter? Yeah, y'all getting sued.
Finally, the buns head into the high-temperature oven.
The buns go into the oven for 8 to 9 minutes at 240 degrees Celsius.
This precise baking time and temperature ensure that each bun is perfectly golden, with a crisp exterior and a soft, fluffy interior.
Okay, so chat, let me ask y'all something, right? If I was to make like a ham sandwich, right, with normal bread, and I was to leave it on a shelf, do you think it would do the same thing that quarter pounder did? No. Then this right here doesn't explain how that quarter pounder still looks the same when it's like 7 months old. There's something that we're missing here. They ain't telling me something.
Now, based on what we've seen so far, none of McDonald's buns scream overly processed to us.
Well, duh, because they're just showing you what they want to show you. You think they're going to let you in their factory with a camera to see all the diabolical stuff that's happening so you can see them throwing people in the drench closet and cutting people up and serving them? Of course not, you goober. You really going to say that they showing you everything? This dude thinks, are you kidding me? This don't even look like a McDonald's bun, bro.
Now, based on what we've seen so far, none of McDonald's buns scream overly processed to us. Do you think so too?
I do think so, but guess what? This ain't the normal process.
These buns as natural as they appear, or is there more than meets the eye?
Yes, thank you.
Share your thoughts in the comments. The freshly baked buns are now ready for their next journey, but first, they need to be gently lifted off the baking pans. This is where the vacuum depanning system comes in, carefully lifting each bun.
Am I tripping, or is that not a McDonald's bun right there?
Without damaging its delicate structure. The buns are
delicate. I could bust out somebody's window with this quarter pounder over here. You talk about delicate.
Are then gently transferred onto a conveyor belt, ensuring they maintain their perfect shape. Now, the buns need to cool down before they can be sliced and packed.
Yeah, you gotta cool them buns
Enter
off.
the spiral cooling system.
Oh, we know about this. What did we see go through this process? Was it Jawbreakers?
Fascinating machine where buns travel along a spiral conveyor for about 27 minutes. This machine
them croissants.
Not only maximizes space, but ensures each bun cools evenly, retaining their softness and freshness. Once cooled, it's slicing time.
That's cool.
The buns are swiftly sliced, preparing them for the final steps. This quick slice ensures they stay fresh for as long as possible. After slicing, the buns are immediately packed to lock in their freshness. The packaging machine carefully places each bun in its protective wrap, ready to be shipped to McDonald's restaurants. To prevent the buns from being crushed during transport, they're stacked on specially designed racks. These racks are engineered to prevent—
Wait, maybe they are telling the truth, chat.
any pressure from being applied to the buns, preserving their ideal shape and texture all the way to their final destination. Loading these buns onto delivery trucks is a meticulous process too.
Cap.
The racks filled with buns are carefully moved onto the trucks, ready for transportation to a McDonald's near you, where they'll get married to the ever-tasty all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce cheese, the rest.
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
Speaking of patties, let's get to the juicy stuff. Are McDonald's burger patties made of real meat?
No!
Are whole cows ground up in a giant grinder to make the patties?
What?
Keep watching to find out. Contrary to popular belief,
McDonald's uses 100% USDA inspected beef.
Hey, buddy, as an individual who worked around USDA employees, USDA inspected don't mean nothing, buddy, because them USDA inspectors, all they want to do is get in and get out, bruh. They don't care about their inspection. They just want to write it on their little paperwork, do a little glance over, and move on about their way, bruh. If what you're saying's even true, there ain't no way.
No fillers, no extenders to make their hamburger patties.
You's a lie, and you know you's a lie. And why you wearing a beard net? You ain't got no beard, buddy. How you gonna sit here and lie like this, bruh?
sourced from a variety of farmers and ranchers across the country. While the beef used in McDonald's patties may not be organic or grass-fed, it's selected for its optimal fat content.
You mean to tell me that turns into a McDonald's hamburger? You's a lie, bruh.
The beef trimmings are cuts of 80% lean and 20% fat, a ratio specifically chosen to ensure the patties have just the right amount of juiciness and flavor. The beef arrives in large 2,000-pound boxes and undergoes a stringent inspection process within 48 hours to guarantee freshness.
Some of the first food safety and quality checks include checking the surface of the meat and monitoring temperatures.
Once the beef is inspected, it's time to prepare it for grinding. The beef is chilled.
Yo, chat, look here, buddy. I would love to see how they make this meat turn into that frozen-looking patty that they got. I would love to see that, bruh.
On this conveyor belt by CO2 to the perfect temperature, around 29 degrees Fahrenheit before being ground. This precise temperature control is vital for forming the patties. The freshly ground beef is then transferred from the grinder to the mixer. The mixer ensures that the beef is perfectly blended, creating a consistent mix that will be used to form the patties. Next, the beef moves from the mixer to the...
But what you mean, bro? You didn't show us the pattying process, bro. Now all of a sudden they're circles?
Stamping machine. Here, the beef is stamped into various sizes tailored for each type of burger.
Oh, my fault.
Whether it's a hamburger, Big Mac, or quarter pounder, each patty is precisely stamped to achieve the perfect size and thickness.
Cap. What was that?
Stamped to achieve the perfect size and thickness.
Oh, it was a glitch.
Within 24 minutes after stamping, the patties are quickly frozen to around 32 degrees Fahrenheit to lock in their freshness. This rapid freezing also eliminates the need for additives and binders to hold the patties together.
There's absolutely no additives, no fillers, no chemicals.
What do you mean? Why are you lying?
After freezing, each patty passes through a metal detector, ensuring no unexpected metal objects from the processing machinery have made their way into the patties. Next, the patties are stacked by the automated stacking machine. This machine keeps everything aligned and ready for packaging, ensuring hygiene and consistency. Before shipping, patties undergo thorough quality control testing. They're grilled, inspected for temperature and shape, and even taste tested to guarantee top quality.
We use a grill that is the same as the grill used in McDonald's restaurants.
Cap.
We check the temperature of the patties when they come off the grill. We then look at the patties to make sure that they're the right shape.
Y'all know that I know of a place where you can go to buy McDonald's chicken nuggets, but they're not McDonald's. They just sell them in a frozen box, and you can buy them and cook them at your house, and they're way better than the McDonald's ones that you get. If you go to these little ducked off spots, I can't tell you, I ain't trying to get doxxed, but there is a place that sells McDonald's chicken nuggets, and you can buy them by like the 100. There's 100 in a frozen bag. You can cut it open, and they look exactly like McDonald's chicken nuggets. And when you cook them in the air fryer, they taste like the best McDonald's chicken nugget you've ever had. You know what else they got there? McDonald's French fries, Wendy's chicken patties. They have all that stuff there. before it actually goes to the place. You can buy the stuff that they're selling and you can just cook it yourself. I'm gatekeeping y'all. On everything I love, you can ask my mom. When I do that 100 chicken nugget eating challenge, I'm going to use those chicken nuggets that they're supposed to use at Mickey D's, but I get them from a place that ain't Mickey D's, bro. You can buy them froze. I'm for real. There are places that sell like frozen fast food stuff, and if you put them in like the air fryer, bro, it's the best chicken nuggets I've ever had in my life, bro. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious, dude.
Shape and appearance. And last,
what'd you say? How do you know that's real meat you're eating? I don't care if it is or not. It tastes good.
we taste the patties. It's a good patty.
Oh my goodness. Buddy, you have the best job in the world.
We then look at the patties to make sure that they're the right shape and appearance. And last, we taste the patties. It's a good patty.
Cap.
At last, each patty is carefully loaded onto trucks at -4 degrees Fahrenheit, ensuring they remain fresh and ready for McDonald's kitchens worldwide. Their chilly journey ends in the hands of skilled cooks, ready to serve you a delicious burger.
Skilled cooks. Then how come every time I've went there, there'd be like a pickle on the top of the bun? How come that every single time in the past 5 years that I've went to a fast food restaurant, literally 70% of the time there is some issue every time? Back in the day when you would go to a fast food restaurant, every once in a blue moon there would be an issue with your order, but I promise you, bro, every single time you go to a fast food place now, there's always something wrong. They're either out of something or they forget something or whatever they make is straight buns. I don't know what happened the past 5 years, but bro, it's like every time that you go to a fast food place, you're expecting something to go wrong. I think it happened after COVID, bro. Because pre-COVID, I feel like all the fast food, which I said, like most of them, most of the fast food trips was good. Every now and then you'd have something bad happen. But it seems like after COVID happened, now all of a sudden every time you go to a fast food place, there's gonna be something wrong, bro. Look, I ain't trying to take nobody's job, bro. But bro, you gonna have to put some robots in here and let them cook the food, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, just put a robot in there, man. And have a couple people, hire a couple people to make sure that the robots do their job right. So, you know, you ain't got to cost everybody their job. You know what I mean? They can just like look over the robot and make sure they're all doing right. But bro, people be nasty, man. You know how many different individuals that are touching your food before you get it from the fast food place, bro? Somebody could have a cold. There's rat lungworm disease on your burger. Somebody went and took a dookie, didn't wash their hand. Maybe the toilet paper broke when they was wiping. Didn't wash their hands. And they was grabbing your cup, and they put their finger in the cup when they was grabbing it, and then they filled up your sweet tea. You drinking booty juice, bro. Look, bro, I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Just put some robot action in there. Flip burger protocol activated again. Scoop, flip. Package burger protocol. Here's your order. Thank you. Come again. You know what I mean? Let's just do that, bro. Because at least I know a robot's going to do what he got to do, man. Because that robot ain't got nowhere to go. That robot ain't worried about getting off work and going home. That robot ain't worried about no lunch break. All that robot's there is to make me a good burger, man. And like I said, ain't everybody got to lose their job. You can keep some people hired there to make sure the robots work right. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Hey, chat, who in here works at a fast food place? Type 1 if you work at a fast food place. Would you rather, but everything goes wrong when it breaks? What part of, bro, okay, would you rather physically do the job or just maintain a robot and let it do its job? Physical, you're lying. Somebody lied, I got a chopper in the car. What did you you're getting banned. What did you just say? Do it so I can spit in their food? You are, goodbye. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. That's insane.